A very good morning to our respected lecturer, Dr. Ramesh Krishnan. In this video, we will be presenting about performance management in Facebook. My name is Adilla Puteri binti ADNAN and I will start with the description of the company. The company that have been chosen for this assignment is Facebook. It is the world's most popular social networking website for exchanging status update, personal photos, and other items of interest with friends and families. Facebook was founded in 2004 by Harvard University student Mark Zuckerberg as a way of other students to interact or socialize online. A global phenomenon with over 160 million users in the United States alone, the notion spread swiftly from there. Small business can get benefit from using Facebook's massive popularity. Zuckerberg described 5 core values at the company. These values, which give insight into the Zuckerberg leadership capabilities, include a focus on impact, moving fast, being bold, being open, and build social value. Next, Facebook approach to performance management. Facebook stands apart from the crowd in more ways than one. Their performance management strategy is no different. Although some Fortune 500 companies are moving away from performance evaluation, Facebook is standing firm by conducting biannual 360 review. The company also facilitates a continuous stream of real-time feedback, allowing employees across the globe to give and receive feedback. Employees and managers at Facebook generally know what to expect when biannual performance review roll around. Due to the company's continuous stream of 360 real-time feedback, everyone has a good understanding of an employee performance prior to the appraisal, minimizing any uncertainty or ambiguity on both ends. All of the Facebook global employees have access to the internet software that enable real-time feedback among coworkers, while managing users the software to keep track of project progress and provided general support. The information gathered in this system, as well as the feedback collected from 3 to 5 close colleagues in peer review, is what managers use to determine each employee's performance at the biannual review. Moving on to the company structure. Facebook's organizational structure is a variation of the traditional organization structure of businesses. The company structure is adapted to suit the need of operations involving information technology and the internet. Facebook Incorporation has an organizational structure that enables the social media businesses to expand and diversify. Facebook has a matrix organizational structure. The key characteristic of this structure address the company's organizational needs, especially the needs for creativity and innovation. There are 3 main features of Facebook corporation structure. The first one is corporate function-based team. Facebook Incorporation maintains corporate team based on their business functions in managing operation activity throughout the organizational structure. This structural characteristic is based on the various needs of the online social media businesses. The second one is product-based division. Facebook Incorporation employ product-based divisions in its organizational structure. These structural features involve corporate or global teams that manage operational pertaining to specific product. Such global or corporate scope is a consequence of the digital and online nature of the social media businesses. While most of the company's operations are focused on its social networking service, potential expansion and diversification are also considered. The last one is geographic division. The company used these divisions considering the differences in social networking and online advertising marketing dynamic. This organizational structural characteristic address differences among the behavior of people and advertisers in using Facebook's social networking website and apps. Now, let's take a look on the strategic role. Mark Zuckerberg has an outstanding leadership characteristic which allow him to evolve Facebook into a leading social networking position. Strategy is said to be the main tool for managing organization. The first one is absorptive capacity. Its capabilities enable the CEO to learn, synthesize new information, and embrace new paradigm. Cognitive structures and learning are critical components of absorptive capacity. Organizations must be able to learn quickly when interpreting complexity, ambiguity, and unfamiliar environment conditions, and to translate the knowledge into actionable information. Next, future orientation is having the audacity to disrupt current operations and take risks in order to sustain future viability. Since strategy is concerned with consolidating available information and using it to predict the future, effective strategic leaders are not stuck in the past or present but are constantly developing strategic and inspirational visions relative to the short and long-term futures. Lastly, having the propensity to take action is also a key characteristic to be possessed by the strategic leaders. The capacity to take action at the right time has been conceptualized as a deliberate capability of enacting event at their strategic inflection point. Strategic leaders need to take strategic actions around seismic organization events, which occur around SIPS such as global events or changes in technology or new products.
Hi, my name is ATIQAH NABILAH BINTI MUSTAPA KAMAL. Now, I will proceed with the Facebook policies on human resource management activities. Facebook has some of the best people management practices in the world. It ensures all its employees are well motivated and fully engaged to perform their tasks. First Facebook policy on HR activities is employees are a high-volume corporate asset. Facebook uses self-assessment and exit interview to understand how employees feel about their work while also figuring out ways to help them to be better. Next is performance review. Facebook conducts performance review every 6 months to formally collect insight from employees, managers, and closet workers. Third is focus on excellence in recruiting. Facebook was listed as the #1 employers brands by Glassdoor for having the most satisfied employees. It is because the employees are challenged every day to do their best work, and the company's leadership truly believes in Facebook's mission to make the world more open and connected. Last policies are economic rewards and employee benefits. Facebook offers 21 days of paid time off each year, essentially a month off or even a new employees for their workers. Now we move to specific focus on performance appraisal system in Facebook. While keeping their consumer happy, Facebook is doing the same for their employees. With the use of the Facebook performance review system, employees feel motivated to put extra effort into making the company successful. Facebook conducts performance review every 6 months to formally collect insight from employee managers and closet workers. Facebook is setting benchmark with its performance review system with performance assessment and 360-degree review at the core. Performance appraisal system used by Facebook is biannual review. Facebook believes in conducting performance evaluation twice every year, which is called performance summary cycle, because since their business and products move quickly, it will be a lot of things change in a year. This evaluation can be used to determine new responsibilities for an exceptional employee, which can lead to a subsequent compensation discussion. Co-workers also can give each other feedback using the software, and they can use to express gratitude to their closet workers. This evaluation is a process that is designed to recognize, to acknowledge, and show appreciation for people who have done really great work, and is designed to ensure that they are getting feedback from all of the employees that they work most regularly. All the feedback collected in the system is fair game for the biannual performance review, and manager also send analysis requests to 3 or 5 of their team members that work most closely with an employee to see how they behave as a teammates. In other words, management sees the opportunity during performance review to reward the performance of exceptional employees, whereas underperforming employees rarely make it to their performance review.
Hello, my name is SYAHZWANI and I would like to talk about performance management process in Facebook. Firstly, prerequisite is the purpose that existing for employees and departments in order to make integrate all teams to meet company's target. This step is important to Facebook because the company needs to have their own goals so they can have a plan to achieve it. The mission in Facebook is to give people the power to build community and bring world closer together. Facebook also given the job position that suitable with employees' ability, skills, and knowledge. And Facebook also has come out with different department and has different job position. Next step is performance planning. Performance planning is a methodical and disciplined way to achieving an individual's or team's stated goals throughout the course of evaluation years. In Facebook, they have made a plan for their employees to improve their performance work. Planning helps Facebook to be organized about their outcomes. Facebook also has made objectives to meet their goals and implemented measures on how to review their employees' performance. Furthermore, performance education is the managers and employees are responsible to conduct performance education. To perform education, Facebook has launched bootcamp program. This program have been made for engineers. The staff needs to participate in this program for 6 weeks so they can improve their knowledge in technology and software. It helps the company to identify employees' performance and will find the plan to improve it. Besides the program, managers and employees have the responsibility in these steps. Firstly, the managers are responsible to observe the employees' performance through job evolution and should give training programs to the employees. For employees, they are responsible to communicate with the manager so they can perform their work and be prepared to be reviewed by the managers. In addition, performance assessment is the managers and employees are responsible to measure whether the employees' assessment meets their targets. Facebook has used 360-degree feedback method. This program has been implemented for twice a year to help the company to improve their management, and it also receive and get the feedback across the world. Besides, the coworker also exchange their feedback about each other's performance by internal software. Internal software is the software that helps the employees to view their feedback from their coworkers. The managers also determine employees' performance by this method. For the next step is performance review. Performance review is the managers and employees exchange their feedback about each other to see whether they have met their goals. Facebook has used summary cycle. Summary cycle is allow you to view test cycles that have been created for a particular version of a project. This program has been made for twice a year. The purpose of this program is to make a review for themselves, peers, and managers. This program has made a meeting face-to-face with employees and the managers so they can discuss about the review's result. In this way, the managers and employees will know the employees' abilities in details. Lastly, performance renewal and recontracting. In this process, the managers compare the employees' performance before and after the program. After the result, employees will discuss with managers about the improvement plan and use ratings in calibration session. Calibration session is the discussion that a group of supervisors has to set performance expectations and performance ratings fairly. In this session, managers are responsible to make decisions about employees' reputation and will determine whether the employees are qualified in their current position or not. That's all about performance management process in Facebook.
Hi, my name is BATRISYIA binti MAJID. Now I will explain more regarding Facebook's human resource procedures. First and foremost, HR policies, HR procedures, and practices establish a framework to help to manage people. They cover everything from how the business recruits its staff through to ensuring employees are clear about procedures, expectations, and rules, are how managers can go about resolving issues if they arise. HR procedures are step-by-step instructions that specify what action should be taken to comply with the policies of the company. It often takes the form of standard operating procedures (SOP) documents. Facebook has some of the best HR procedures in the world. It ensures all its employees are well motivated and fully engaged to perform their tasks. Its first motivating factor is to ensure people do what they like most. For example, its engineers are usually given an opportunity to decide which part of the company they fit well. They are also given a chance to choose which team they want to belong to in order to have a meaningful impact to the company. Additionally, Facebook motivates its employees by having a good working environment and culture. Its employees are usually assigned a laptop after being hired as opposed to a desktop. Furthermore, it is important to note that Facebook tries to motivate its employees both extrinsically and intrinsically. Extrinsic motivation covers aspects such as services provided by the company on site, such as good remuneration, car washes, medical cover, free food, on-site fitness, and other employee benefits. On the other hand, intrinsic motivation comes from the work that Facebook employees do. It is the best company to work for because of its good working environment and generous offers. To add to the above, leadership at Facebook lays more emphasis on personal performance as opposed to teamwork performance. The company urges its employees to make an impact, which tend to promote the tendency to focus on personal achievement as opposed to group work achievements. Managers are also required to be contributors, which makes them to focus more on making an impact through personal wins as opposed to motivating their teams to perform better. Having people report under the managers become an added responsibility as opposed to being the manager's main responsibility. Although this approach has a negative impact on teamwork at a company, it also ensures all employees are engaged irrespective of their position in the company. Employees' basic needs, Facebook gives its employees competitive remunerations. Employees who come up with new ideas are also rewarded appropriately. Proper remuneration also allows employees to meet their basic needs such as clothing, shelter, and food. Lastly, Facebook meets its employees' self-actualization needs by giving them new exciting assignments that keep them engaged and further stretch their limits. Working on an application that is likely to change the way people connect with others keeps the top performers in the company engaged. As such, Facebook motivates its employees by assigning them challenging tasks that enable them to develop mastery in a new domain. That is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Rashaf Hakimi bin ROSLEE. So for the last part of this assignment is conclusion. From this point, I will explain again on what our finding from this research and how can it benefit us in better understanding in performance management and related HR practice. So on our research, we know that Facebook is as well-known company and world's most popular social networking website. From this media social platform, small businesses and e-commerce can get benefit from using Facebook, since Facebook create a base for people to market their product for free, which is known as Facebook Marketplace. So from the research, we also know that there are 4 Facebook policies on human resource management activities, which is employee are a high value corporate asset, performance review, focus on excellence in recruiting, and economic rewards and employee benefit. So next is Facebook performance appraisal system, which is Facebook use a method in biannual review, real-time feedback, collected and determine new responsibility for an exceptional employee. So for performance management process, we found out that Facebook practice 6 steps of performance management process, which is prerequisite by establishing goal for its employee, performance planning by creating step-by-step way of individual or team to achieve the goals, performance execution by launch bootcamp program, performance assessment by use 360-degree feedback method, performance review by using summary cycle, and lastly is performance renewal and recontracting, which is by comparing employee past result and current result after conducting training program. Lastly is human resource procedure in Facebook. So from this part, we found out that Facebook ensure its employee are both extrinsically and intrinsically motivated. Facebook also motivate its employee by having a good working environment and culture, and Facebook also meets employee self-actualization by giving them exciting new assignment that keep them engaged and further stretch their limits. So from the assignment, we gain a benefit, which is we know how to ensure our team, colleague, and subordinate working to activate goals, to achieve goals and objective that will allow them to get the most out of their skill and roles, just like Facebook did by conducting performance management process. Better talent retention, which is like Facebook did, they find a key to retain their subordinate by fulfill the employee self-actualization needs, better in identify development and progression opportunities, just like Facebook did by conducting a performance appraisal and 360-degree feedback for its employee. So that's all for me. Thank you.